Welcome to today's webinar. This is Kaoru Okumura. I have been working in Qdabra more than 10 years, but provided not so many webinars. So some of attendees would be new to me. And today's topic is dashboard and how to create dashboard using Power BI for our FormsViewer forms or also for InfoPath forms. So when first I heard dashboard and I don't know what does that mean, but now I have some feeling. So dashboard is a kind of central location to start your work on your forms. So it should contain link to the forms and other features. So let me start some first poll on dashboard, and I just launched a question on dashboard, and I wonder how many of you are using dashboard already, and I guess most of them are using dashboard. Okay, I need to click one more launch button. Oh, about half, looks like about half members, yes, says yes, but now a bit more. No, but planning to is about 2/3. Okay, so I hope this webinar will give some information on the dashboard. All right, I'm going to close the poll. Thank you. Then the second poll is, yes, how about business applications? Because this include Power Apps, Microsoft Flow, and Power BI's a new trend provided by Microsoft. And multiple answer is allowed. Okay, Power BI seems most popular because, yeah, that's true. And some used Microsoft Flow. This is really great. And few already use Power Apps. Thank you very much. Okay, and let me go back to the slide. So, today's topic is, yes, we've already heard several webinars on how to create dashboard. That's mainly using InfoPath or FormsViewer dashboard. But this is first time that we present another possibility to using Power BI as a tool for dashboard. And it's really quick. And I think performance would be good even handling for big database. So just one Power BI Pro account is required to share or publish it. Not for everyone. That's the key point. Many people still think, everyone needs a Power BI Pro, but that is not. And in this webinar, I assume that information we need in dashboard is already promoted to SharePoint list or library or into SQL database. So today's sample is our customer contact form, because customer contact form also has a kind of repeating table. We have companies, and under companies there's multiple contact person. So this is a good example, and we've already heard these data in SQL using parent and child table. So this is the assumption. Okay. Yeah. And today, first I'd like to show how the dashboard I created using Power BI works, and show a little bit on the InfoPath or FormsViewer dashboard we also created, and try to create the Power BI dashboard from the scratch to show how easy to create this one. And just for your information, Qdabra is one of the selected members of the SharePoint Business Application Partner Program. It's just started last year. Okay, let me move this a little bit smaller. And I am going to share my dashboard first. So this is already embedded in SharePoint Modern UI. And okay, here is the table, and you can search with like a company name. So like I use the sample or sample text, sample data, and we can see company name, contact name, or any other contact information. And here is the key, and we can click link to open the FormsViewer form or even InfoPath form as far as we can have the URL. And this is the contact form we recently migrated into FormsViewer. Thank you, Kirby. She created this one. But this is not the main topic for today. I just showed that we can create a link to the form. And of course, we can have the multiple search and path link with company name and has contact name. We here is, and also we can add any filtering as far as we have that information in the database. And you can see the number of companies and the contacts. So it's not huge, but still over 5K, and we are handling a lot of data here. So comparing to this one, we also have our traditional form, traditional dashboard that was created using FormsViewer on this. And we are going to select company and query. But because we are going to query in a database based on this string, it takes a little bit complex procedure. So we often created this one, but if I have to estimate the workload to create this kind of dashboard to our client, it's not a kind of few hours task, few days or more, a week or more, I would say. So now it's time to try to create the Power BI dashboard from the scratch and see if I can do that within 15 minutes or so in this webinar. Okay. I am going to start Power BI desktop here. And this is the process. Okay, nothing is here. So we need to start to get data first. And this is SQL Server database this time. And I am going to copy and paste my server and database name. And make sure it is direct query instead of import to make the query every time you use the Power BI. Otherwise, this will be a kind of copied data. So, because we have a lot of table in this database, what I am going to use is company and company contact. And let's say I'm going to edit. So special window opens and I just want to do some trick to change data type of contact ID from number to text because I do not want to make it addition, add or sum of this one. This is just an identifier as well as company ID as a text, doc ID is text. Do not summarize this. And close and apply this. Okay, now I have two table in Power BI. And first thing I'd like to do is define the relationship of these two. And from company contact, I pick the company ID and this is correspond to doc ID in fact. Sorry, this might be a little bit misleading, but this is the structure I have. And they can show a kind of a sample matching. So I can say, yes, 509, 936, yeah, this matches very well, or so on. So I confirm the relationship. Then I'm ready to create the table here. And for this table, we can just select company name. Where is company name as the value? And also from different table, I am going to add contact name. Then the relationship is automatically applied. So that's a great point. And also contact email. Let me set this one. Okay. Now I have the table on name, company, contact, and email. But what we really want to have is a link to the form. So how can I do that? The first thing is I'd like to know the structure of the URL. So let me open anything, which one would be good? Any of this is good because that's sample. And I am going to copy this URL and paste it. And you will see doc ID here, which control the target form. So I am going to copy this part and go back to the Power BI. So what I'm going to add is adding feature under company. So under company, and there is a new column button under modeling. So new column name is, I'd say, form link. Not from. Form link and quote the long string and this nice update of Power BI so that we can open this window and remove the actual doc ID and means string concatenation doc company ID company I'd like to have doc ID here, company ID. Let's see. And I am on. Oh, sorry. I was adding to company contact. Let's remove this one. And I click company again. I hope this has not focus now, and add new column again here. Yes, now it's under company. Link equal float v remove doc ID and add doc ID. Here is. Okay, I created the form link. So now let me add form link as the body of the table. And now you can see form link as not long text. So there we need two tricks. The first trick on this is I need to set this as a data category, as a web URL. And let's see the result. Up. Now you can see this is a kind of, this is a link now, but it is too long. And the second trick is under the visualization, under the format. Okay, I have to select this table, and under the format and under values. We are going, there is a tiny selection on URL icon. And now we see your form URL in the link. Okay. So now this is already very basic dashboard, I can say. But what we'd like to add is filtering. And to do a kind of text search, there's no standard visualization, but very nice one in Marketplace. I'm going to find text. Filler or something. No. Text filter. No. What are text? A text filler. Filter. Yes, this one. I am going to add this text filter as visualization, and add text filter. Need to adjust the size and use company name first. Company name first for the field. So now I see the company name filter here. Copy and paste. Then for the second one, I change the field of contact name. So this is filter for contact name. Sometime we may want to find using email address. So the third one is contact email. Okay. So now we have a very basic dashboard. So we can find search we can find based on the company name. And then let me try if this form link works. Yes, the link works well. So the next step is publish. So I am going to save this webinar demo. And going to publish it to our PowerBI, and there are some groups, and I select webinar. So now in my PowerBI service, now I am using browser and to check webinar group, and now we have really new one here. I just created webinar demo. Yes, this is the one we just created. And from here up to here, you can deal with PowerBI free account. But from now on, the sharing is the area that we need PowerBI Pro account. If you are not Pro account, you will not see publish to web option. And now we have three very similar options here. Embed in SharePoint Online, publish to web. They are really confusing, but as the easiest one, I'd say publish to web is the most easiest one to use. Embed in SharePoint Online has some restriction, like we can just use the modern UI. Well, embed is another really new one, and I haven't tested it very well, but Microsoft said that this will consider your SharePoint permission. But if you publish to web, the person who can see the web can see everything. But this is the easiest one. So I am going to say, yes, it's all right to be published. And now I have the link. So let me test this using other browser. Before that, I need to stop VPN. We may have should stop on audio. Okay, audio connection restored. Then paste this one. Yes, this is direct link, and we can still. Oh, I saved with sample. But can say we can filter, and we have the link. So this is one of the easiest way to share. If you share this link to others can see this page. Or another one is embed it using iframe. So I am going to copy this one, and let me open my test page, my test site. This is my test site. So I'm going to add a page. And any name. And click this, and embed is supported. So in this embed area, I am going, oh, not this one. I have to go back and copy this one for the page. And now you have created new page with the dashboard to our FormsViewer forms. So this is a quick demonstration and how easy that we can create a dashboard using Power BI. So I think this might be an option for your dashboard, even though this has some requirement, like everything, every information you'd like to have on dashboard should be promoted in SharePoint or SQL. But once they are there, Power BI can take care of relationship or search and so on. I think the performance is very good. So that's the major point, and maybe one more bonus demo I think we have time to do. So bonus demo is reset button. So as we have in the first page, I have a kind of reset button because sometimes we can do a lot of things on filtering or scoping, but having a reset button to return the initial state is very nice to have. So this is a tiny bonus how to create this reset using very new feature. So reset wasn't a button. I am going to select this button here, but I have to define to which state we are going to go. And in Power BI, we use something called bookmark. So now I open the bookmark and make sure to set the state that I want to go. So nothing is selected on the search, no item was selected. Then I click Add Bookmarks and rename this as, let's say, default. Then back to the button and under Action, I'd say yes, bookmark and default. Action is if we click this link, go to the default bookmark. And tooltip is really recent one that is added in January 2019, this month. So this can add a kind of tooltip. Click this to go to default. Okay, then I am going to save this again and publish it to webinar, replacing it. All right, then let's check. So, okay, webinar report, webinar demo, this one. Now we have this button, and if you hover this one, the tooltip appears here, and after some filtering, this button returns to the initial state. And the last thing we'd like to share is how to refresh or automatically refresh the data. So to do that, you have to go to the setting and select data sets. And for this one, oh, this is old one. I'm sorry. So this is webinar demo. There is no scheduled cache refresh because this is direct query. So we can reset the refresh frequency as 15 minutes or 30 minutes. This is how you can adjust the cache refresh. So that covers the item I'd like to share with you today. And I wonder if you have some questions. Please raise a hand or type in a question in the question area if you have something. Anything to share? Anyway, we are going to send the feedback request form, and this time there are no sample form, but we are going to share this PowerPoint presentation with you after the webinar. Okay. Thank you very much for joining today's webinar. We are going to have, at least we know we are going to have another Power Apps webinar on February 14th on Valentine's Day by Hillary. So I hope you can join our webinar again soon. Thank you very much.